New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Hi, I'm Ernie Shimizi, and welcome to WVVH-TV's coverage of the 2016 New York International Auto Show, coming to you from the Javits Center in New York City. Ford is very well represented here at the New York International Auto Show, and I'm with Omar O'Day, and you've got some news for us about SUVs.
That's right. Today we're showing off our new 2017 Ford Escape, 2016 Ford Explorer, as well as our Ford Edge. Obviously, SUVs are becoming more and more popular these days.
Big market for Ford here in the New York area.
Absolutely. The New York market is actually the largest Ford Explorer market in the United States, and we're very proud of the New York market and all the support that they give us.
You've got a beauty here to show us.
Yes, right here we have the 2016 updated Ford Explorer Sport, a really beautiful vehicle with over 350 horsepower and the ability to haul your entire family.
Wow. So let's take a little look around.
Absolutely. So
SUVs are an important part of the market, aren't they?
SUVs are actually a growing part of the market. Right now they make up around 30% of the market, but by 2020 we expect them to be over 40% of the market, mainly driven by baby boomers as well as millennials.
So you're finding it's not only families that are buying SUVs?
No, what's really interesting is that we're finding young consumers are buying SUVs, especially large SUVs. The Ford Explorer actually is our best-selling SUV among millennials, those between 24 and 35 years old.
It's really something because you have the ability to transport, bring your group wherever you want to go, and also mileage has improved so significantly.
Absolutely. I mean, what the Explorer really does is it's a family adventure vehicle where you can go with your family, but at the same time, if you don't need all the passenger hauling capabilities, you can fold down the seats and be able to put your mountain bike and go on that adventure in the mountains or anywhere you want.
You know, Ford has been part of this New York International Auto Show from its inception.
Since the beginning.
Now, you always bring a wide array of product here to the show. What else have you got for us?
So what we have is a lot of we have the new Ford Escape, the 2017 Ford Escape. We've updated it significantly for 2017. We've added all new technologies like Sync 3 and Sync Connect with the ability to seamlessly integrate not only your phone, but a lot of wireless technology into the vehicle.
So safety and wireless technology, those are two big additions.
Absolutely. A lot of tech. Tech is a very important part, both for the millennial customer and all your customers. Technology is a very important in purchase consideration these days, as well as style, safety, and everything else that customers look for when buying a vehicle.
So originally, when you would buy a car, it would have a radio. Then the next big development was a tape player. Then that gave way to a CD. Now, what is the incarnation? It could work with your phone?
It works with your phone, and now you can actually have your apps. You no longer need CDs or anything like that. You can now bring your Pandora, your Spotify right into your vehicle and essentially seamlessly connect to your favorite music, not necessarily what's coming through AM, FM, or even CDs.
So cars are now app friendly.
Absolutely. This is an example of taking some of that technology from the Ford GT with the carbon fiber, and we're offering on the Mustang, the GT350R, a carbon fiber wheel. About half the weight of a normal wheel, but stronger and stiffer, and it really allows the suspension to react to the road a lot more.
Looking here, we're right now here at the New York International Auto Show, and the first exhibit as you walk in is this beautiful Ford exhibit. What are the other models that we have here?
The big thing for us is we've brought all our performance vehicles. We have the all-new Ford GT. For those that have not seen it, it's a new supercar for Ford Motor Company that we're going to be releasing later this year. And then we also have the rest of our Ford Performance lineup, which includes the Fiesta ST, the Focus ST, the Focus RS, and the Mustang GT 350.
So we're coming right now in the direction of the Ford
GT. It's an all-new supercar that will launch later this year. All carbon fiber, celebrates our return to Le Mans. We will be racing in Le Mans in June, 50 years after our original 1-2-3 finish with the GT.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow. So it's that level of performance plus the ability to translate that into cars where everyday people can purchase but have the benefit of this pedigree.
Correct. Perfect example is this Ford GT is completely made of carbon fiber laid body, carbon fiber chassis, and we've brought some of those same parts to the Mustang GT 350 with carbon fiber wheels as well as carbon fiber spoilers. So we've taken this kind of technology and we've integrated it on vehicles that will cost significantly less. On the Mustang, we have the Mustang GT 350 on display here that has, you know, a flat plane crank engine, over 500 horsepower, and it revs to over 8,200 RPM. So very big part of our lineup is the whole Ford Performance lineup.
Yeah, I have to react to the colors and to the, I mean, is this standard? Could one buy a vehicle with such striping on it? And
correct, yes. You have the ability to customize your Mustang any way you want, whether it's the colors, the stripes, multiple stripe options, multiple wheel options, roof options. It's a big thing. You can now individually customize and paint the roof, have the roof painted black to add a little bit more flavor. So lots of stuff that you're able to do.
And as we look down the line, Omar, tell us what we're seeing.
We have the all-new Ford Focus RS, which is launching for 2016. It's being imported from Germany. First time we brought the RS to the U.S. market. It has historically been a Europe-only vehicle. We're launching it globally in Europe, Asia Pacific, and the United States in just a couple months.
And this is a good entry vehicle, isn't it?
Absolutely, for the performance lineup, but it actually has 2.3 liter, 350 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. So this Focus RS with all-wheel drive has the same kind of horsepower as V8s had just a couple years ago.
Wow. Omar, it's going to be a great show, and one of the reasons is because Ford is here. So congratulations for being part of this New York International Auto Show for many, many years.
Thank you. We appreciate New York. We appreciate the New York market and absolutely love being here in the Big Apple.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
It's a big day here at Hyundai at the New York International Auto Show. And this gentleman is Chris Chapman, who is the designer.
Chief designer of North America.
Holy moly, that's some title.
Out in California.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Not
You must
bad.
have some collection of pencils and...
Exactly.
Do they still use pencils?
Of course.
But the big news of this morning here at the New York International Auto Show is this reveal here at Hyundai of the Ioniq. And could we talk about that?
Yeah, sure. The car comes in 3 versions. We've got hybrid, we've got plug-in hybrid, and we have the full electric version of the vehicle. And it was really meant and designed to be the kind of car that really didn't need to adapt. The customer doesn't need to adapt to the technology, doesn't need to adapt to the looks of the car. We really wanted it to be a natural symbiosis between looking at it, operating it, driving it, feeling it, or whatever, that you wouldn't have to really learn a different system on the inside of the car, or you really wouldn't have to learn another form vocabulary, a graphic vocabulary on the outside, that it fit within what people's natural vision is of the future.
Now, this is a rare look under the hood, Chris. So
well, I'm a designer, right? So you don't go there. All right,
that's that performance guy, right?
Keep it clean, okay?
But speaking of the design aspects of it, young people are very much attracted. The buzz we've been hearing is this is truly a car for that young generation that's looking to drive their iPhones or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I mean, I think the dream has changed over the years, and I've been coming to New York for a long time, and I was on 43rd yesterday having a slice of pizza, and I couldn't believe how quiet the roads were, and I was just really taken back by the sort of like serene nature that the city sort of had in the late afternoon yesterday, and I just love that. And I was just thinking about the launch today in regards to how, you know, the paradigm has shifted in terms of like the old checker cabs, and now we've got these different you know, offerings that are going down 42nd Street, and just seeing the quiet, you know, calm of the city. And I think in a way that can be a kind of new dream for the young folks
And
out
that's
there.
the new vibe of vehicles like this that you guys are creating, that Hyundai is bringing here to the New York International Auto Show, speaks to that. It's no longer the you know, the more noise you could make, but
that's correct.
Performance.
I think you're right. I think, you know, people's different priorities in life are a bit changed, and I think, you know, their natural sort of companion in life these days is a smart device. It's a mobile device, and I think that the vehicle in a way is sort of a natural extension of that kind of communication that they have in their life. So if they have to go somewhere, it should sort of represent a smooth, seamless transition between that world and the world of mobility.
So Chris, there are 3 models here. What are the differences between the 3?
Well, in the center we have just the standard hybrid vehicle, all right? And on the far end over here we have a plug-in hybrid, right? So we've got the combination of the engine and technology along with like a plug-in electric sort of thing. So you can do that at home, right? And over here we have a full electric vehicle. So this is, you know, no combustion engine whatsoever.
Wow. And that's become more and more prevalent across the United States. Charging stations for
absolutely,
vehicles.
absolutely, and the charging times are becoming less and less a point. The range phobia that people have also with the electric cars or whatever is disappearing as time progresses on really quickly. So,
well, congratulations!
Well,
this was a major reveal here.
Thank you very much.
You guys are kicking off the New York International Auto Show with some big news. But what a great company yours is.
Thank you.
Hyundai.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the company, and I mean, in terms of the future, you're got some great engineering there.
We're moving quite fast, but we're also moving quite methodically, I think. It's a smart company. It's a company that has innovation on its mind. It's a company that comes from a culture that is relentless in terms of their pursuit for engineering, great connection to the lifestyle of the younger people. I think it's very important to understand that at Hyundai's heart is a youthful heart. It's a young-minded heart. And I think that connects really, really well with the next generations of
And
drivers.
I love those California designers that are part of making this happen.
Well, we're not surfing at lunchtime all the time, so, you know.
Well, that Beach Boys
we
team,
do work.
right?
We do work. We do work. Yeah, and pencils are very important.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Dodge's lovely brand here that's represented. You guys always create such great excitement here at the New York Auto Show. This is Tim Knitskis, who's with Dodge, and tell us, we're in front of the Viper, aren't we?
Yep, the Dodge display is always a big draw at all the auto shows because Dodge is the American performance brand, and the halo of the whole brand is always our Viper. Handmade by craftsmen in Detroit, handmade V10 engine, handmade carbon-laid carbon fiber body, and hand-painted. So it's always a big draw at all the shows, and we just recently announced that it has more track records than any production car in the world at any price.
All right, now let's take a good look. And as we're looking at this beautiful Viper, Tim, tell us about the latest designs here at the New York International Auto Show.
So one of the most important things with a performance car is center of gravity and power to weight ratio. You can see the car sits extremely low, and also the body, most of the upper part of the body is all carbon fiber, so very, very lightweight. And then the other part of the power to weight ratio is we have a all aluminum V10 engine that puts out 645 horsepower. So the car is extremely fast, but there's a lot of fast cars. So how do we really differentiate this car? We call this car the ACR. This is the American Club Racer, and you can see this enormous 6-foot wing on the back. That is not for style. That is not part of the design from a purely aesthetic standpoint. It is part of the performance of the car. That creates nearly 2,000 pounds of downforce on the back of the vehicle. And what that does, that puts essentially a very small vehicle on the trunk of this car. So when you're at speed, it weights the car down and allows you to hug the turns unlike anything else out there. You can literally pull 1.5 G loads in high-speed turns in this car. That's the equivalent of a person and a half sitting on your chest in the middle of a turn.
Now this is a car that if someone buys it, they're going to keep it, aren't they?
This is absolutely a keeper. It's been rated multiple times as a future classic. And it is also a car that you can buy. It's street legal. You can register and insure this car and take it to any track in the world and be competitive with any real full-on race car.
Wouldn't expect anything less from Dodge. It's America. I mean, you guys have embodied the greatness of a company that bringing it to present day 2016 New York Auto Show.
Thank you. You know, one of the things about being American is we're all unique. We're all our own people, right? And that's also something unique about this car, is it is one of the only cars left in the world at any price that is handmade. Everything is handmade, from the engine to the body to the chassis to the paint. Everything is done by hand. Now, what's great about that is it allows every customer to design their own car. You tell me what wheels you want, what paint you want, what interior you want, what brakes you want. Doesn't matter. We will design it for you. We'll build it exactly the way you want. If you want to match the color of your tie, we'll match the color of your tie. And once we do it, nobody else can have that. We throw the plans away, and they got to pick something else.
Well, the words street legal were invented by Dodge, because you guys were the first to create a vehicle that blew the lids off of any other vehicle, but you made sure that it had all the safety and quality features that one requires.
That's really at the core of our DNA, and that's why we're trying to really exploit it with cars like the Viper and, of course, the Hellcat, the fastest muscle car in the world.
Tim, for us to be here at the New York Auto Show and not to include the Viper would be, like going to the Vatican and not getting a picture of the Pope or something.
It just wouldn't be right.
This is it. I mean, this is it. And also you incorporate design, but also you mentioned carbon fiber. I mean, the car, in terms of weight, it adds to the performance by incorporating all of these latest features.
Absolutely. Everything on this car is purpose-built. These vents in the hood, not just for an aesthetic appearance, it actually allows the heat to escape the engine compartment. The big scoop on the front literally is a direct ram air effect. This front dive plane here, or the front dive planes on the side, add more downforce to the front, just like the wing in the back. So everybody's pretty much familiar with what a wing in the back does, but most people have never seen it in a chin spoiler or dive planes in the front. Every single aspect, even the vents over the fenders, when you're going 150 miles an hour, you create pressure inside the wheel wells. Those vents allow the pressure to go out and, again, hold the car to the track.
Wow. For you to say 150 miles an hour that says it all. Tim, thanks for allowing us this look at a true American classic that's as modern could be, but will definitely be a classic in that proud line of Dodge vehicles. Tim, you've got something else special to show us.
Yeah, we just, at the Detroit Auto Show, unveiled the new Pacifica for the first time. But now we've had an opportunity, it's been a little bit longer since the show, we've had an opportunity to get a lot of journalists into the car and get their drive impressions. And that just came out last week, actually earlier this week, and the reaction's been fantastic. You know, when we showed it in Detroit, people loved the design. They said you absolutely have a cutting-edge design for the new minivan, which is important for us because we invented the minivan 30 years ago. So for us to come out with a new one, the pressure was on. If you invented it, your next one better be really cutting edge. And we think we nailed it with the exterior design, but what we're really waiting for is people to get in it and see how great it drives, because we changed everything about this van. The driving dynamics are amazing. It handles incredibly. It's the quietest van in the segment. It has more safety than anything else in the segment. 100 safety features, and it gets unsurpassed fuel economy. In the regular gas model, it gets 287 horsepower, but it also gets 28 miles per gallon. Now, if you're looking for the ultimate hyper miler, later this year, we're coming out with this model right here. The plug-in electric hybrid Pacifica gets 80 miles per gallon.
Oh, I've never heard that before, 80 miles per gallon.
80 miles per gallon. You can have a 7-passenger or an 8-passenger, so you can load up your family. You can drive it on pure electric with no gasoline for 30 miles, and then after 30 miles, it kicks onto the gas engine, and you can go 530 total miles.
What a savings for someone who purchases this vehicle in terms of mileage like that, but also safety and styling. And you guys invented this whole class, as you mentioned.
We invented this class, and it's interesting. If you look at all the vehicles that are out there today, hybrids and plug-in hybrids and things like that, most of them are smaller commuter-type vehicles. The reason we went and did our first hybrid on a minivan was because we talked to our customers. We've sold 14 million minivans, and we still have 6 million in operation today. So we went and talked to them and found out how much they drive. On average, most of them drive less than 30 miles a day. Now that's important because this gets 30-mile range before the gas engine turns on. So most people buying a minivan will be able to drive this and never use any gas on their daily commutes.
Oh my. And I see another model, same...
Same model. This is the regular, normally aspirated gas model. This is the 28 mile per gallon model.
If we could take a look inside, you could see we've got some guests who are enjoying themselves.
They're enjoying the van right now. What's really interesting is if you look in the back seat, we have our stow and go, which we invented, which allows you to fold all of the seats in the second and third row into the floor. So you have a completely flat load floor. So if you got to move furniture or even drywall, it'll carry a 4x8 sheet of plywood or drywall without having to worry about taking seats out because they literally fold down into the car. And they're easier than they've ever been to make them fold down.
And that fit and finish is fantastic, guys. You did a great job.
The quality of the van's just absolutely fantastic.
Wow, wow. This is really the next step, but an important one because it's true to your history in creating this line of vehicle. But you're giving so much.
So we invented this segment 30 years ago, and since then there's been new entries. There's SUVs and there's crossovers, and there's other things that you can buy that can move your family. But what we say is, and most of our buyers agree with, is there's no better tool for moving a family that has to move efficiently, people and stuff. There are other tools, but there's not a better tool than a minivan. And that's why 500,000 people a year buy a minivan.
500,000 people buy minivan.
Yep.
Wow, wow. Well, Chrysler owns the market, invented the market, and what you've brought here to the New York International Auto Show is worth seeing, including all the other fine products from your other brands of Chrysler and Dodge. It's a great company, isn't it?
It is. Thank you very much.
You guys, this has been the most successful year, hasn't it?
We've had a great year. We've been on a very strong run. We just celebrated 71 months of year-over-year sales improvements.
Wow, there's a reason for that, Tim. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks for allowing us this look at Chrysler Pacifica and all the other great brands you have here. Have a successful auto show. Stay with us. You're watching WVVH-TV's coverage of the New York International Auto Show.
Up on the screens behind me, you can take a look at Buddy's many talents at a quick glance. We'll be showing you things like his drop box and talking about the applications like the in-car public mode and the don't forget application. Now folks, my name's Abby and I was the lucky one in Las Vegas where I got to know Buddy at his world debut, CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. So let's see if he still remembers me. Hello, Buddy. Okay. We lost a lot of money together at the slot machine, so I would have been offended if he had forgotten. But the truth is that our relationship is based on a device like the smartwatch that I am wearing. I think the best way for all of you to get to know Buddy is with a good old-fashioned American road trip. Let's pretend you're visiting me where I do live in California, and we score tickets to one of those trendy music festivals out in the desert. We're going to drive from San Francisco 500 miles to the desert. I understand, you're busy New Yorkers, you've got a lot to do, you've got your smartphones, but with Buddy, even a road trip is no problem at all. He is going to help us with all the organization. So let's hit the road. I've got my really good friends, Philip and Rachel, already inside. Niels, you're one of my favorite Germans. Do you want to come with us?
Yeah, sure.
Do you like American music?
Of course I do.
Yeah? All right, let's let you in over here. Who's your favorite band?
Talking Heads.
Oh, in the way, way back machine. I like that. All right, now normally I would be a good host and I would help you with your bag, but Buddy's going to help you instead.
Yep.
Philip is filming, everybody. Filming Philip. So watch the screens up here behind us. Niels is going to use our virtual pedal. A red light illuminates on the ground. He steps on it, And just like that, hands-free opening. Now I'm sure you noticed that Buddy does have a nice, sleek design here. No handles. Niels, how do you get in this car?
Yeah, I can just wave here in front of the sensor, like this, and the door is opening.
He has the Force, everyone. Jedis are German. It is gesture control, which is used on all 3 of Buddy's doors. Buddy is a truly social car. He welcomes all his passengers with a light show and some music. Inside there, I know you can see there's lots of awesome technology happening. In fact, Rachel, my driver here, there is so much going on. What is happening in front of you?
Well, basically, Abby, what you're seeing here is a combination of the instruments for driving and the infotainment system in one large display. The main focus of the active info display in front of me is to give information about driving, whereas the head unit in the center provides infotainment and information for all the passengers in the car. These 2 divisions work simultaneously together, resulting in this uniform, beautiful visual world. You can do things like touch the screen, for example, swiping, even through gesture control or voice command, which you've already demonstrated for us. And another thing that's really cool is being able to customize this as well. So we currently have sports scores up here, but I actually want weather. So I'm going to touch the box, select weather, and I want weather to be up at the top. That's more important to me.
And maybe yeah,
all right. And you don't have to get techie to use this.
Awesome.
Here at Volkswagen, Mark Gillies. Mark, thank you for inviting us. You know about technology.
That's supposedly what I do, yes. I'm a product PR manager for Volkswagen. So one of the things we're very proud of that we're showing on pretty much all of our cars nowadays, basically iPhones or your Google phones, Android phones I should say, with the vehicles. So you can actually use Apple Maps through the head unit on the car, for instance, and that came in model year 16, so that's a technology we're very pleased with and customers really enjoy.
You're so well represented here at the New York International Auto Show. Do all of these cars incorporate that feature?
Pretty much everything in the range has that availability nowadays. The Touareg SUV doesn't because it's a different interface, but for instance this car here, the GLI has it, the Golf has it, the Passat has it. It's available on pretty much everything within the range.
So let's looking at this beautiful and this is, what model is this?
This is the Jetta GLI, so this is the sporty version of our Jetta compact sedan. So 200 horsepower turbocharged engine. It's pretty good fun to drive, you know, it's fast off the line. Also relatively fuel economical as well.
New York Auto Show is an important one for Volkswagen, isn't it?
It is, because we sell a lot of cars in the Northeast. And it's important enough that we have a number of debuts here. If you look over on the dais over there, we've got the US introduction of the Golf All-Track, which is a sport wagon with all-wheel drive. It's got raised ground clearance, and the other nice thing about it is it's our competitor to the Subaru Outback. So we have that car. We also have the GTE Tiguan Active Concept, which is a plug-in hybrid.
So that's the Tiguan is here.
Yeah, that's a European car, but we have a version of that car coming to the US next year as a 2018 model. So in 2017, we get an all-new Tiguan that's based on that vehicle, but it's a longer wheelbase, so it's more space.
Not to be outdone, you've incorporated the latest technology in your headlamps, tail lamps, the appointments.
Yeah, this vehicle is all new, so unless this one, as I say, it's a concept with a plug-in hybrid system. And then the other car we have on the stand that's another concept is the Buddy, which is like a 21st interpretation of the microbus. And it's a pure battery electric vehicle with a range of over 200 miles.
That's right. This is the auto show, so you're doing presentations. And there's a great presentation for Buddy.
Yeah.
Really one of my absolute favorite parts.
You know, we're from the Hamptons, and convertibles and
be the life of the show. He's a Wi-Fi hotspot,
open air vehicles like what we're looking at are so special.
Well, we've got, actually at the show, we've got the Beetle Dune. This Beetle Dune convertible goes on sale in the summer. And this is
charging can help you out there.
This is a new version of the Beetle convertible. It's got slightly raised ride height. It's got some differentiated body features like a different rear and front bumper. Kind of gets the vibe of the Baja Bugs back from the 60s. That's what it's trying to capture basically. And that goes on sale later this summer.
Your vehicles incorporate freedom, but also the latest in technology, and you're so well represented here at the New York Auto Show.
Yeah, it's a good show. As I say, it's a good show for us, and we've pretty much got every vehicle on the stand representing the models that we sell here.
But that Buddy is pretty wild.
It's really cool, yeah. It's got some really interesting connected features, you know, interfaces with your home. You know, it's got such a feature where you can actually order things online for the home and get them delivered to the home. It's a really neat idea. You know, it's the idea is you connect the car to the home, and the car is a part of your whole lifestyle. And in the background, it's talking to the person in the car.
Unbelievable. Those lines are being blurred from what a vehicle is and what a home site is and what a phone is. It's all part of one now. It's all total communications.
Well, and I think, you know, as regulations change, you're going to see a lot more connection between vehicles on the road. You know, at some point, we will go full automated cars, which is a scary concept for me because I love driving and I like being in control of the car. But, you know, if you're in a traffic jam, you know, you're in heavy traffic coming into Manhattan, you know, we'll be in a situation in 10 years' time where you probably just switch over, let the car do the work, and you catch up on emails.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
The New York International Auto Show. This is the big event, and I'm with Aaron Link, who's part of Chevrolet. Chevrolet, right. You guys have been part of the show for many years.
Right. Yeah, this is a big venue, obviously, and we've got the ZL1 Camaro here, public debut this week, and we're proud to bring it here to New York.
This is it. This is the hottest reveal here at the New York International Auto Show. Although it was revealed earlier, right?
Right. Yeah, we had a small event 2 weeks ago in Nevada with a drive and this show car as well. But this is really the first time the public's able to see it up close and personal.
All right. Show us what we're looking at.
Sure. Yeah, so the ZL1 is a fantastic car. I'm lucky enough to be the lead development engineer on this car, which involves driving and engineering it to the fullest extent that we can. We've got a whole new front end on the car and a hood that's got much more capability for front-end airflow and breathing. So there's a whole lot of engine and brakes and other fluids to make sure they're cool on this car so it never gives up.
The use of lighter materials, lighter, stronger materials, seems to be a predominant theme. Could we talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, this car started with the base Camaro with very good bones behind it, let's say. So aluminum intensive in the front end where most of the weight of the car is. And then the ZL1, we've got a carbon fiber hood insert that takes weight off as well. It's an interesting piece to look at the hood. So if you would take that insert off, there's a giant hole in the middle of the hood. So it's structurally challenging, but it saves a lot of weight too.
You're part of one of the greatest design teams in the history of the production of vehicles, and that's Chevrolet. What a DNA, what a history there.
It is, you know, yeah, over 100 years now in the business, and in my opinion, it's never been as good as this.
So speaking of the other vehicles that Chevrolet has brought to this show, a wide array, isn't it?
It is. You know, my job mostly focuses on Camaro right now, so I can't speak to them, but we do have a full line of products from entry-level cars to the fire-breathing beast like this thing.
Well, you called it that, and it must be a thrill when you took it out on the road for the first time.
It is. That's my favorite part of the job, right, is getting in early to project to what the car's going to end up being for customers to drive and experience. Yeah, and these things are fantastic. I was lucky enough to be part of the 5th gen Camaro in the ZL1 when we brought that out. This just dials everything up another 5 notches, in my opinion. The engine's fantastic. The transmissions we have are some of my favorite parts of this car. The 10-speed automatic is a game changer, and I can't wait for people to experience it. And then our manual trans, we still offer a true manual on this car. So there's very few cars like this that have a fantastic auto and a manual that is no slouch either.
Well, great American design.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
And who better than Sandra to give us a tour of what Toyota has to offer? It's a big show for Toyota, isn't it?
It's a huge show. It's one of our biggest shows of the entire year. Right now behind me is the new Highlander Hybrid, which is great because it's a family car, but yet it's sportier. It has a beautiful lines inside, luxury all the way. And of course it's a hybrid, so you're going to get that great fuel economy. You're going to be able to take it to work, but also for the weekend. It has 3 rows, so it seats very comfortably 8 passengers. There's a new configuration of sitting this year, so there's going to be a very nice bench seat on the 2nd row that we've been asked for. It's a great vehicle. We also have a lot of SUVs. We're also featuring our new RAV4 hybrid as well, which is a little bit smaller. It's a compact SUV, but it's going to give you an MPG of 34 miles to the gallon on that RAV4. Impressive, right?
Well, Toyota, you guys defined this market. Now we're into the world of the hybrid. But vehicles like what we're looking at right now, this SUV, it was Toyota that really gave it that jolt of adrenaline to make it happen.
Yeah, we've been in the hybrid business for a long time, and it's a technology that works. It's high efficiency engines with maximum efficiency with low emissions or no emissions. So it's good for the environment, it's good for your pocket because it keeps your money in your pocket. You're not spending, and the ranges on these vehicles are so large right now that you can drive your vehicle and some of these vehicles for 22 miles on completely electrical vehicle or a hybrid. So it's pretty impressive.
Okay, you've got a lot to show us, so I want to squeeze as much as we can in here at the Toyota exhibit here at the New York International Auto Show. So let's take a look.
All right.
Sandra, the Prius is the premier when anyone thinks of the cutting edge. And you've got a very interesting display here at the auto show.
We do. We actually have a cutout. This is the new Prius Prime, which is an actually Prius, but it's also an electrical vehicle. Now this is going to give you a range of 22 miles, which is really impressive. So it combines your regular engine, plus also it combines your hybrid engine, but it also has a high capacity lithium-ion battery. So it gives you that extended life. So you have, for those people that don't just want a hybrid, but they want a hybrid that they can plug in. And the average range for the American consumer drive to work back and forth is 22 miles, and that's pretty much what this is going to give you. So you can drive it for 22 miles on just that one electrical charge.
Now, look, speaking of going to work and that short commute, this is unbelievable. This is something new also, isn't it?
This is something new. We've actually had this for about 2 years. This is called the Toyota iRoad. It is technically a concept vehicle here in the States, but it is in production in other areas of the world, like such as Japan. And this is what the concept is for going to work. It's actually a 2-seater, and it's kind of like, it's a 3-wheeler, and it uses new technology so that it doesn't tilt. It's super fuel economy, and it's just a small little vehicle, kind of like a motorcycle. And the idea behind this is that they would be kind of like the bikes that you have where you rent them out, and then you just drive them to work, and you leave it, and then you rent another one. So that's the mentality behind the iRoad.
Toyota as a company does not leave anything out, from high performance, top of the scale, to creating vehicles that will be, the city bikes of the future that'll be available. But let's talk about those models that people that have been the best sellers for Toyota, and I see we have a few here.
Well, this one is also a hybrid as well. This particular one is a Prius. Like we just talked about the Prius. The Prius has been the best-selling hybrid in the entire world. The technology has been true and tried. But also, let me talk about one hybrid that we haven't touched on. Of course, the Camry, America's best-selling car for the last 14 years running. Reliable, durable, and affordable. It's the car that everybody can afford, but also has luxury features. cylinders. It has.
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's go take a look. Behind us is the Camry. As I was just saying, it's been the best-selling car for the last 14 years running. There's a lot to choose from now. There's 4 different trim levels, and they start somewhere between $23,000 and they go all the way to $31,000. Now, there's also a real sporty, the Sports Edition, which, as you can see behind us, it's not only sleek looking, but it's sporty. It has a great engine. Now, there's 2 different engines you can choose on the Camry. There's a 4-cylinder as well as a 6-cylinder. Now, on the Camry, there's also 4 trim levels that are hybrids. So if you want to get that extra fuel economy, then there's a Camry not only for your pocketbook, for your budget, but there's also a Camry that's going to fit your lifestyle. If you're looking for, you know, a little bit more fuel efficiency, then go with the hybrid. But if you just want the power and you don't want to spend the extra money on the hybrid, the performance on the Camry has been true and tried for many years.
And this model we're looking at is a 4-door.
This one is a 4-door.
Has all the appointments and beautiful
this one is
instrumentation
actually, yes,
also.
as you can see, this is an SE, and you can tell it's a sports edition by the trim, by the bucket seats. They're perforated and they're ergonomically. The whole interior, it's ergonomically designed to fit you better, give you a smoother ride. Now this one, because it is a sports edition, it's going to give you a little bit more feel to the road. It has a little different transmission, and it has a little bit different rigidity to the frame. So it'll give you a better, sportier feel. So when you're taking that turn on your Camry, you're feeling that road under your tires. Now you can see it's very well appointed. It has all your audio controls, your navigational, it has a touchscreen navigation. Your audio controls are going to be in the steering wheel. And affordable, and it's going to give you an estimated 25 in the city, 35 in the highway on a conventional model.
Before we leave Toyota, you have that luxury model that we want to share with our viewers. Can we take a look?
Yeah, let's take a walk over and look at the Avalon.
Sandra, this is it.
This is it. This is the Avalon. Now, this is the flagship vehicle of Toyota. This is luxury all the way. Now, there's different trim levels again, and there's even a hybrid version of the Avalon. Now, when you look at it, as you approach the vehicle, you're going to see very strong lines, very defined refinement. This is a car that says, I have class, style, but also it's a Toyota, so I can afford it as well. Now, when you look inside, you're going to find refinement all the way. Climate control for you, the driver, the front passenger, and also for the back passengers. Now, the seats are going to be comfortable. They're bucket seats. They recline. There's 8-way adjustable seat. Now, on the front, you're going to notice that it has a very nice appointed dash. It has a touch screen with a navigational system. It has an upscale audio system. Of course, we want that surround sound. So it's going to give you that, but it's also going to give you a lot of safety technology, like the TSS system, which is Toyota Safety System. And it's going to be things like smart stop technology, anti-lock brakes, vehicle stability control, traction control. All that is going to be included. Now, every Toyota also comes with something that we call Toyota Care. That is 2 years or 25,000 miles of every single scheduled maintenance is going to be included. If you break down on the side of the road, we'll come pick you up. If you need a tire change, if you lock yourself out of the car, they're going to come and get you for 2 years or 25,000 miles. That's an added value to the consumer that usually you only get with very luxury brands. It's right here with every single Toyota.
Well, Toyota gives above and beyond, and we're so thrilled that you guys are part of this New York International Auto Show. You're going to be here every day, so our viewers, we invite you to come on down, say hello to Sandra, and enjoy what Toyota has to offer.
Yeah, we have a lot to offer, so come on and see us. We also have a lot of special guests. We feature a special show unlike nothing else here at the auto show. It's called Toyota Live, which I'm the host of, and we do interviews. It's an interactive game. We do shows. We have some great celebrities coming, so make sure that you come and see us every single day during the New York
Well,
Auto
I think
Show.
I see one of your celebrities over there.
There's Jan right there.
Now, the people come in and requesting to meet Jan,
They
right?
come in and ask if Jan's coming in, but we have some really great celebrities coming. We have, especially on the weekends, we have great appearances, so come and see us. There's a lot to see here at the show.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
The power of dreams. Honda, I'm with Robin Eagles
Hi.
Robin, this is some show for Honda, isn't
Absolutely. We had 3 major announcements yesterday that we've brought these cars out to the show. We have a Civic hatchback, a Civic sedan, and a Civic coupe that we unveiled yesterday.
it? So those are the newsmakers here.
Big newsmakers
Right.
for us
Right
today.
here. And I see this one is signed.
Yes, the car here is our Demi Lovato signed Civic sedan. We made the announcement yesterday celebrating our 15th anniversary of the Honda Civic Tour. Demi Lovato and Nick Jonas Future Now Tour will be our Civic tour for the summer. They joined us yesterday to make the announcement and unveiled this car that was designed by Demi Lovato.
She actually designed it?
Yes, we always have our Civic Tour artists come out and design a car for us that we raffle off through a sweepstakes to folks who attend the Honda Civic Tour during their summer concert series. So she designed this car and we unveiled it yesterday and she signed it in front of a live audience. You can also check that out on Honda's YouTube channel and our Facebook channel.
It's so interesting. The finish of this car is different
It is.
than I've ever seen on a Honda.
Well, because Demi Lovato signed the car, she chose her 2 favorite colors. She said that black is her favorite color, and right now she's into rose gold. So she did a rose gold applique to make it look like the car was in motion and it was peeling away at the black. So it was very inspirational for her in her design.
So will this vehicle be available?
Not for purchase necessarily, but it will be on every Civic Tour stop that we have this summer, and guests who attend any of our Civic Tour performances can get into the sweepstakes to win the car at the end of the Civic Tour.
But it's Civic.
It is a Civic. This is our all-new 2016 Honda Civic sedan, fully redesigned from the ground up.
Wow. Okay, now we've got more news.
We have more
We're breaking news
We're
here
breaking
at
news.
Honda.
Which car would you like to look at next? This one? That one?
Well, let's go. I see a Red Bull on the side of that one.
Are we breaking or is this all just going?
No, let's keep going. So, you know, the beauty of this is that media from around the world is here.
Yes, that is true.
And we're all looking and trying to find out what's the latest and the greatest, and here we go.
Right. Well, Civic has been, like I said, fully redesigned for 2016. This is our all-new coupe model, but working to showcase what Civic is all about: youthful, innovative, exciting, fast and furious. We've announced yesterday that Honda is now entering Global Rallycross, partnering with OMSE Racing and Andreas Eriksson, as well as Red Bull. Our first race is going to be this May with 12 races around the world. Global Rallycross is really exciting racing. 70-foot jumps, dirt, street. It'll really showcase the performance of what we expect
Civic
for Civic.
is now in racing.
The Civic is now back in racing and first time for Global Rallycross. Absolutely. Hot series. We're excited to be in it, especially with OMSE and Red Bull.
Now, we're looking around at the turntable there. That's another great Civic, isn't it?
Yes, this is our Civic show. What you see on the stand is our Civic hatchback. So we haven't had a hatchback for Civic for years. This has kind of been the forbidden fruit that a lot of enthusiasts have been waiting for. This thing's been available in other markets, mostly Europe, and it's been a hot seller. We've decided to bring it back to the States. It'll go on sale this fall, and this is our Civic hatchback prototype. It's got a really nice matte gray finish with the green LEDs, green calipers, and some accents pieces within the car to showcase some of the new fender flares that are going to come out with this new vehicle this fall.
It's I'll use the word youthful, but not in terms of age, but just you've captured the theme of today, which we're all ruled by our phones, by our devices.
Yes.
And it seems as if that energy and that adaptability now is in your product line.
Absolutely. Civic has morphed a lot over the last, this is our 10th generation, so we've been making this car for almost 44 years now, and it's great to really bring that vibe back to the car.
So the hatchback is back here at the New York International Auto Show.
Absolutely. It's been a long time since we've had a hatchback in the market. It's kind of like forbidden fruit. We didn't have it here. It's mostly sold in European markets, but the new one coming to market this fall has got a lot of great functionality and style. We're bringing a youthful flair back with, again, that low, wide stance, big wheels, great wheel arches. It's really more aggressive looking Civic than we've had in a long time. So all new platform, 10th generation, go on sale this fall. we're excited to have it on the floor and share it with everyone here in New York today.
Well, we invite our viewers come to the New York International Auto Show and do stop by. Honda is so well represented here, including all of the other product lines that we all know, Pilot and the rest.
Absolutely.
CRVs.
Pilot, CRV, HRV is our newer crossover for our brand, but it's also a great option as a compact SUV. We've got the Odyssey here as well, but it really is the year of Civic for us. Just 2 months ago, all of the journalists in the U.S. And the jury gave Civic North American Car of the Year for 2016, and we're happy to bring the entire lineup with the coupe, the sedan, and the hatchback right here to the New York Auto Show.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Jim Nichols, Volvo, very well represented here at the New York International Auto Show. What a company Volvo is.
Yeah, we're thrilled to be here. We've been in the greater New York area, based in the greater New York area for quite a while, so this is kind of our backyard for us.
Jim, show us what we're this beautiful Volvo that we're looking at right now.
So this is the new 2017 Volvo S90. It's a luxury sedan that will be coming into the market in July. It's the first car in the world to have semi-autonomous technology as standard. So you're driving from the city out to the Hamptons. This will speed up, slow down, come to a complete brake, even steer itself. It speeds up to 80 miles per hour.
Finally, I found the car I need.
That's right. Especially when you're sitting in traffic. This is what's great about it, is that it takes away the stress that people often have from that bumper-to-bumper type of backup and drive. So especially here in the New York area, that's what a lot of people deal with in their daily commute.
Volvo has always been a leader in terms of safety, technology, and this is the latest example.
The latest example, you know, our vision is that by the year 2020, no one should be killed or seriously injured in a new Volvo. And so we take that very seriously. So that goes into every decision that's made regarding our cars, whether it be design, engineering, or anything else. So semi-autonomous technology and autonomous technology is one of the ways in which we'll meet that vision.
It's amazing how you guys have evolved. You were the first car company to place the basic safety devices that was far and ahead before anyone else.
That's right. The three-point safety belt.
That's right.
Invented by Volvo. We're very proud of it. And that was one of the things, too, where we released the patent on that to make it available to all the other automakers, because we wanted everyone to be safe behind the wheel. And we've had a history of doing that with our safety patents over the years, is that we'll develop new safety technology and then oftentimes release those patents so that way the greater good can enjoy them.
For the greater good. Now, you've got something to show us, this new Volvo XC90.
Yes, so we're talking about long trips, right? Long trips from the Hamptons into the city. The Volvo XC90 Excellence is the car that you want to be in. This is taking our 7-seat SUV and converting it into a 4-seat SUV. The rear seat has massage function, it's ventilated seats, heated seats. It has a refrigerator inside to keep drinks cool. It allows you to have 2 handcrafted or forged crystal glasses in the interior, where that can be either heated or cooled as you're driving, and provides plenty of rear legroom.
Again, this was an innovation on the part of Volvo. Your company was one of the first to create a larger SUV type of vehicle.
That's right, and we were leaders in what we call the cross-country segment. So cars that have that focus on being both a daily driver in a city environment, but also the ability to go out on weekends, the ability to go out off-road, things like that.
You know, when here at the New York International Auto Show, there's so much to see.
Yeah.
But when you look at a company like Volvo, you guys stand out for what you've created, what you really care about. I go back to engineering, safety, but it's more than that.
It is. You know, what you're seeing right now is that we're able to take great interior design, great exterior design, and still have it in a very safe package. And also, we're seeing a lot in technology. So if you walk into or sit in a new Volvo car, you'll notice that there really aren't any buttons left. Everything now is using a touchscreen, a 9-inch touchscreen. And that's important because not only does it provide a much kind of cleaner Scandinavian look and feel to the interior, but also allows us the opportunity to update features in the future. So if you decide, you know, typically if you didn't pick something like, let's say, CarPlay when you bought the car and then you wanted it later, under the old system, you didn't have many options. Now, if you buy the car and you decide later you want CarPlay or Android Auto, those are things that can be added via software through the touchscreen.
If you want to see the latest in technology, it's Volvo.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Mazda's making big news here.
Yeah, it's always a great show for us. Last stop for the major auto shows, and we always keep a little something special for New York.
This is Octavio
Navarro.
And Octavio, you're the man behind this and in front of this vehicle.
Well, I would say maybe in front of it. I love this show all the time. It's a great press, and it's one of our funnest vehicles. You know, the MX-5 Miata has been around for 26 years. And so it's delivered fun, affordable, and open-air driving. And so what we have here is our 2017 model, and it's a retractable hardtop. So what that does is it gives you the pleasure of that open-air feeling of a convertible, but the security of a hardtop that some people are sometimes looking for, especially in a city like New York. It also adds extra materials to help make the cabin more quiet. So again, you get the experience of driving a sports car, but all the luxury, silence, comfort that we expect in a sedan.
Now this is a media magnet, this vehicle of yours, because I mean, you've got press from all over the world who are coming here to want to see this this Mazda. What is it about Mazda that you guys know how to tap into to what people are really interested in?
Well, again, Mazda's always delivered fun to drive. And now we got beautiful styling, and it's always at an affordable price. The soft top for the MX-5 starts at just under $25,000.
Wow.
So we always keep doing that. We keep surprising. We kept this vehicle under wraps. We didn't tell anybody about it, and so it really was a surprise. But you know, this is the best-selling sports car in the world. You know, it's been verified by Guinness books, and so there's a huge fan following around the world. It also is one of the most raced road cars in the world. So on any given weekend, there's a bunch of enthusiasts driving this car just modified slightly on racetracks. So, you know, after 26 years, there's been a lot of convertibles that have come and gone, but Miata's always been here. And it's just really recognized, and it's got a huge, you know, fan base. Some of the original cars from 1990 are still on the road today.
Well, I could picture our viewers from all over the tri-state area, but especially the Hamptons, which is where we're based, wanting to drive this car on a beautiful summer weekend and enjoy it and all that Mazda has to offer.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, right? Like I said, for the price, they can get it in a couple of different colors as well if they wanted to, right? This is the Hamptons. But the nice thing is, like I said, the roof goes down, hides away, and then you got this nice silhouette of this fastback there, and it just gives the car such a good, clean design. People think that this car is like $70,000. And it is way below that. I don't even want to tell people because then they might not go and buy it. But
well, we'll keep that our secret.
Yes, for now we'll do it.
But if you come to the auto show, we'll hook you up.
Yep, we'll come and see it. We'll be happy here to answer any questions. And you know, the auto show is great just to come. It's like trying on clothes now, right? You try on what's best, fits you the best, and then you go out and buy it.
Well, this is a fit.
Yeah. So one of the great things about this car is we have this new Napa leather in here. It's a brown color, and it just makes it pop a little bit more. And this car is always kept very simple for, you know, driving enthusiasts, but it gives you all the technology that you need. You got a color LED there that shows you what's happening with the car at any time when you're putting the top up, top down, when the doors are open. You got the beautiful Mazda Connect system, which you can operate the whole system hands-free or by voice. And what's really spectacular is that Mazda really works hard on the acoustics of this car. So whether you have the top up or top down, you don't have to scream to the person next to you. You can just have regular conversations. It's got a Bose system that will equalize itself, whether the top's up or the top down, to always give you the best audio quality. So on your long trips from, you know, Manhattan down to the Hamptons, you never have to miss a beat with your music.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
We're with Rob Peterson of Buick, and you promised me, Rob, a New York story.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a great story for Buick this year. Actually, we're introducing 4 all-new products. And the first one I want to talk about is this baby right here. This is the Buick Cascada convertible. Starting to hit dealerships just this month. Comes basically completely loaded. Leather, 20-inch wheels. It is an absolutely fantastic driving car. It's perfect for the summer months. Heated steering wheel, heated seats, perfect for fall. Fully insulated, acoustically insulated roof that can be opened and retract in 17 seconds at up to 31 miles an hour.
Wow, wow. You know, Buick is such a great name, and you guys are having your greatest year ever. I mean,
absolutely.
Sales are. What is it? We know the name, especially old guys like me know the name, but it's the new generation now that's really capturing the energy of what Buick is.
Absolutely. Well, you know, one of the things about Buick that's been a pillar of it for a long time has been beautiful design vehicles and beautifully designed interior and exterior. And so that's something that's always been with us and something we've been able to be consistent with over time. Another vehicle that I think is also doing a lot for the brand is this baby right here. This is the 2017 Buick Encore. We just revealed this yesterday. This is the small SUV segment. It was one of the fastest growing segments in the industry. New York is the second best market for the Encore, which is the leader in that segment. We've been in it for 3 years. Fully refreshed this. LED headlamps, the brand new Buick grille. On the inside, we have an 8-inch full touch, full color monitor that connects Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in a very easy way for the driver to use. What's really exciting about this is that 60% of the people who are coming into our dealerships to buy this vehicle are new to the Buick dealership, and 55% of them are females.
Well, what you just mentioned, when you think of a vehicle of this size, it's that new market that is interested in embracing it.
Absolutely. I mean, what we're finding is the strength of this is really in urban markets where the nimbleness and the maneuverability of the vehicle actually, you know, I think we've all been there trying to find that parking spot, right? And it may be just a little bit too big for our car. With this one, I mean, a lot of those parking spots work perfectly. It gives you everything that you need, you know, the comfort that you expect, the sharp design from the Buick brand as well. It gives you the functionality, the full flat seats, seating for 5, good fuel economy, good value as well.
Plus the ability to bring a couple of friends along.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, look at that trunk area.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you can bring your picnic basket, your 3 friends, 2 people up front, take it out to the beach, you're in great shape. Now, but
wow.
One of the other things from a New Yorker's perspective that I wouldn't want any of your listeners or viewers to miss out on is this baby right here. This has been stealing hearts and capturing attention since we revealed it in January. This is the Buick Vista concept car. It is absolutely gorgeous. We first revealed it in a sapphire blue at the Detroit Motor Show, and we gave it a full new look, paint color for the New York show. Absolutely beautiful sport coupe, twin turbo 3.6 liter engine, 404 horsepower. Absolutely gorgeous. It's been, like I said, it's just been capturing attention for the last 4 months.
I mean, looking at that open window, there's no
what we would call the B pillar. Yeah, there's no B pillar in there. Gives it a absolutely fantastic line. You know, if you look at some of the details on the car, whether it's the portholes on the side or even the chrome around the back, it gives it the impression that the car's always in motion, even when it's kind of standing still. And really what it does for the Buick brand is it highlights a performance element that many people have not recognized. And so this has been a fantastic you know, pillar for our brand.
And all of the safety technology features.
Absolutely, all the safety features. You know, for Buick, all of our vehicles have the 5-star and NHTSA 5-star ratings. We all have standard backup cameras on here. Many of them have some of the latest technologies, lane keep assist, collision mitigation, OnStar for if anything happens afterwards. Just a tremendous amount of technology that goes into it. I mean, we really, from a Buick perspective, we've come a long way in the last decade, and a lot of that has been built on making sure that we have an absolutely fantastic quality product with the latest safety equipment, beautiful designs in it, and a balanced performance feature that comes with it. And so it's not surprising that our brand has really kind of hit its stride, and we're really looking forward to some great things that are going to happen here.
Well, you have not disappointed us.
All right.
We invite our viewers, come down to the New York International Auto Show and stop by this beautiful Buick exhibit.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Porsche is very well represented here at the New York International Auto Show. And I'm with Frank Wiesman. And Frank, yes, you can speak technically because Porsche is at the top of the scale.
Well, thank you. That's always our goal. We have several new North American premieres here this year. The first one being the new 2017 718 Boxster and Boxster S. This is the 718 Boxster S variant that we're looking at here. The big story on these cars is the new turbocharged four-cylinder engines. So we have a 2-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine in the Boxster, 300 horsepower, and the 718 Boxster S, 350 horsepower, 2.5 liter. A lot more torque than before, increased drivability. You notice that torque advantage when you're driving through town, you're driving up a hill, you're driving in the canyons. The thrust of the car is immediate. It's amazing. 0 to 60 in as little as 4 seconds on the 718 Boxster S with the dual clutch transmission, the PDK, and just a great mid-engine balance, all-out driving experience, but still a car you can use every day. You could drive it to work. You can drive it on vacation. It's comfortable. It's efficient. There's really no drawback to using it every day, except that it's a sports car that you can have a tremendous amount of fun with.
The DNA of Porsche is very well known, and people who buy Porsches tend to never sell the one you bought, because you're in love with that first one.
Right.
Bringing this New York International Auto Show, you're bringing other vehicles also from your product line for our viewers to see.
And that's an excellent segue, because the limited production 911R that we have right over there, there's just 991 units that are being produced worldwide. So you mentioned the car. Porsche customers buy a car and they keep it for life. The car you never want to sell, this is that car. 911R, limited to 991 units worldwide. It's got a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat 6, 500 horsepower engine. 500 horsepower, manual transmission only, 6-speed manual. So it's a really visceral, raw, pure, unfiltered driving experience. Lightweight body, the car is just over 3,000 pounds. Got a magnesium roof, carbon fiber front fenders, carbon fiber front lid, ceramic brakes standard. It's just you, the road, and the car.
Now, 911. I mean, 911 has been part of. Has it been part of the Porsche line for?
That is our flagship. The 911 has been.
When did it first come into
the 911 was first introduced at the Frankfurt International Auto Show in 1963.
Wow.
And it's been the iconic Porsche sports car ever since then, for over 50 years. The design, while it's evolved through time, as design does, it's immediately recognizable as a 911. Even people that don't know that much about sports cars, when they see a 911, they almost always know what it is because of the design, because it's timeless, it's classic. And this car is really a throwback to those days where the car was simple, where the car was pure. And not that the standard versions aren't like that, but we have to cover a lot of ground with the standard 911 Carrera. People use it on long trips, comfortable. And this car is really a lot more focused. It's a lot more raw. It's for those people that care about nothing else but that being truly connected to the car.
Well, what a challenge. You took the history of the 911 and you've brought it to present day in a way that is true to the past, but definitely part of the future.
And that takes a lot of engineering. but it also helps to have a very rich history. If you look inside the car, you can see the houndstooth fabric that was used on the original 911, and it's things like that that take you back, but they do so in style. The car is extremely capable. It's modern, but it's also a classic.
Well, I know in the past you guys have had the oldest with the newest alongside, and you can tell they're both part of the same family. Before we leave Porsche, I know there's something else that you want to show us.
That's right. A third car we have as a North American premiere here today is the new 2017 Porsche Macan. It starts at $47,500, a great value. 2-liter, 252 horsepower engine. Not everyone needs 400 or 500 horsepower to have fun. This car, you can equip it just like you can a higher power Macan. It's got the handling. It's the lightest Macan of the range, so it's extremely agile, great handling, great fun to drive, very efficient, 25 miles per gallon highway, great price. A true Porsche.
Wow.
But affordable, very affordable. So
with all of those extras, safety, technology that Porsche is known for.
Prestige, yeah.
Wow. You mentioned prestige. Your vehicles do not lose value.
We have a very good.
They appreciate.
We have a very good value retention. That is true. But I think it's because the cars perform consistently over time, and they perform to what the customer asks of them, and they do it regardless of the driving situation. Again, we are very much focused on performance, but at the same time, we're very focused on daily drivability and utility. We want customers to drive their cars every day, and our customers do. They expect the car to be usable every day while offering the exceptional performance and technology that we do. So it's that blend that makes it unique, and with uniqueness obviously comes appreciation. With appreciation comes value retention. So it's a cycle.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Land Rover in the Hamptons. I'm with Tim Filippo, and Tim, it's a pleasure to meet you, and you guys have this market covered.
Ernie, we have it. This is the official car of the Hamptons. You might as well go home after you've done this interview because it ends here. This is the Range Rover Evoque convertible. Goes on sale this summer. Starting price in the mid 50 range, but it's a Range Rover where you can drop the top, get 4 people in. If you're going to the beach, this is it. Your search for the ultimate Hampton summer car ends here.
Well, what took you guys so long?
Well, it's convertible SUVs. It's a small market, and it's something that we felt we could kind of uniquely do. The very first Land Rover product back in the 1940s was a convertible, right?
Yeah.
So there's a heritage for us of doing this. And there's something just so great about, summertime, going off-road, going to the beach, and putting that top down. Most convertibles, the fun ends when the road ends, right?
Well, Tim, we're making news now.
Yeah, this is it, right?
This is it.
I mean, this car, when the road ends, your fun is just starting. You can drive this, to the beach, onto the beach, take it off-road. Everything that you can do in a Range Rover. So all the, the ground clearance, the off-road capability, but now you can put the top down, 4 people, get your surfboard in there, whatever it is you want to do. The fun doesn't end when the road ends. We always say there's no place that you can't take a Range Rover, but now you can do it with the top down, right?
Wow.
I mean, you're done, right?
Well, I've seen everything.
Yeah, you're going to see these all over the Hamptons, but can you picture a better car for taking to the beach?
Well, I can't, because we know how strong and dominant your brand is with people who are looking for the best, but also safety.
Yeah. So, I mean, you have things like the rollover hoops that will pop up if, something goes wrong. So you have the safety there. What I love about this car is it keeps the lines of the Evoque. You have this great character line, so it looks good top, up, down. The top itself goes up and down like 15 seconds. You can do it over 20 miles an hour. So even if you're driving down the road, it starts to rain, you slow down to 20 miles an hour, top is up, and you're on your way. That also means that when you get to the beach, you don't have to wait to get that top down and get the sun shining in.
Well, you've got a great display here at the New York International Auto Show. I would be remiss if we didn't take a look at that beautiful Range Rover behind.
We have some great Range Rover and some Jaguar products that are probably worth checking out as well.
Yes. So the seating is, I'm looking at the rear seats.
It's actually really big for a convertible, right? This is honestly one of the biggest back seats you're going to find in a convertible. So it's a true 4-seat convertible. Most convertibles, you know, they might have kind of a pretend back seat. You could use it to stow a bag, but you can actually get, you know, 3 friends with you in on the adventure when you're taking your Range Rover to the beach or taking it off-road. So it's really a great car for summertime fun.
And that instrumentation, latest.
Yeah, so look, if you look on the center console there, you have a 10-inch touchscreen. So it's the largest touchscreen that we put in a vehicle, one of the biggest in the industry. There's a quad-core processor behind there. It's one of actually the fastest computers you can get in a car. But you're getting a, you know, great display, connected to the internet, so you can actually check, you know, fuel prices, traffic, weather, all from the screen there. So you have all that technology, everything you'd expect in a Range Rover, but now with a top that goes down. So Ernie, for the customer that gets driven to the Hamptons, we have this. This is the Range Rover SV Autobiography. Long wheelbase, $200,000. But take a look at this back seat.
Oh, wow.
Reclining captain's chairs, powered fold-out tray tables, your rear seat entertainment. And it's the long wheelbase version, so an extra 8 inches of legroom. So if you're the captain of industry who's being driven to the Hamptons by your chauffeur, this is where you want to be.
Wow. Wow. I've seen everything, and this is it.
This is it right here. This car literally has everything. I don't know if you want to try it on for size. I think you'd look pretty good back there.
Well, let's go in the front seat.
Yeah.
Let's check that out. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. This is amazing.
Range Rover SV Autobiography, over 500 horsepower from a supercharged V8 engine. So it will get you to the Hamptons on time, that's for sure. But you just look at the quality of the materials. With the Autobiography range, we're really just kind of stepping up the material, the quality. So if you look at things like the start-stop button or some of the instrument controls, there's actually machined knurled metal on it. So it's not plastic trim. It's real aluminum that's been machined for a real kind of jewel-like finish, and of course the finest leather inside. You can just smell it. Unfortunately, your viewers aren't going to be able to smell that leather smell, but you can certainly smell it from here.
Well, we have some great dealerships all across the New York market, but some very good ones on Long Island.
Stop by, talk to Mike Levitan, and have him set you up with a Range Rover. But there's nothing quite like driving a Range Rover, absolutely.
Wow, this is amazing. When did this come on the market?
So the Range Rover's been on sale for a couple years now, but this SV Autobiography has really only been out for about a year now. So this is just kind of taking the Range Rover to the next level for that customer that wants the most, the best.
Well, that definitely is our customer, and you've got...
You got the rear seat entertainment. You can get a bottle chiller in the back, powered tray tables so you can do some work there. And then in the back, of course, the powered trunk. The signature element on the Range Rover is the 2-piece tailgate, so you can actually sit on the tailgate when you're going to a polo match. But then there's also a cargo cover that comes out because you wouldn't want to reach in for your luggage. That would be undignified. So we have the wood roll-out cargo tray, so you can set your leather bags here on the trunk, the parcel shelf, and then just roll them back in.
The quality appointments.
Yes, it is truly the best of everything. But you can picture your viewers sitting on the tailgate here at a polo match or a picnic, enjoying some fine champagne, and then, with one touch of the button, it all just closes right back up.
Only the best for our viewers. Show us more, Tim.
So we have some really exciting stuff on the Jaguar side as well. This spring is a really exciting time for Jaguar. We have some really neat stuff happening. One of the things we have, you see the coupe and the convertible here. These are the F-Type SVR. The orange coupe on the turntable, that is a true 200-mile-an-hour vehicle, 575 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. So you're probably going to see a lot of those driving around the Hamptons, especially in convertible form with the top down. But the other really exciting stuff that we have going on the Jaguar side, the F-Pace right here, this red crossover. This is the Jaguar F-Pace. It's the first crossover from Jaguar. So, of course, we have the Land Rover, Range Rover brands, so we are the world leaders in SUVs. But the crossover segment is the fastest growing segment, and it's something that we wanted the Jaguar brand to be able to participate in as well. So this is the Jaguar of crossovers. So it has all the style, the design, the performance that you'd expect. And just look at this car. It's utterly beautiful. Goes on sale in May. It's a real game changer for us.
I mean, this is new, and is it being brought to this auto show?
It is bringing it to this auto show because it goes on sale in 2 months. So we're really trying to get people excited by it. We already have a lot of people taking orders. The dealers are, most of the dealers are kind of sold out of their first month's allocation already because there's a lot of anticipation and excitement about this vehicle. Everybody loves crossovers, but to have the Jaguar of crossovers really is something special.
Big doors, a lot of space.
Yeah, a lot of space for the family in back, and the idea is that it's the ultimate practical sports car. So you're going to have all the performance you expect from a Jaguar, but with that extra utility of true 5-place seating, a big trunk where you can fit all your stuff in. So this is actually probably a pretty good way to get to the Hamptons as well. Load up your friends and your luggage.
Just in terms of engineering design, the way you guys have created this one piece.
The fit and finish of the car, I mean, they really thought through every detail about this, about how to present. Just even when you open the door, you want it to present to the customer in the best, classiest way possible.
Wow, so much to see.
Yeah, well, we got a lot going on. Big changes here in the brand. Between we have the XE, our new compact crossover, the F-Pace. We're poised to double sales this year. We got some neat things happening here.
And the person who buys a Jaguar, is it youthful? Is it? I mean, you guys are all. I mean, you appeal to all the market.
It's a really special customer because we're not the obvious choice. You go to an upscale mall and it's an endless sea of silver Mercedes and black BMWs, and then you have a customer that shows up in a fire sand orange F-Type or an Italian racing red F-Pace. They're the customer that wants something different, and they want an extra level of design, of craftsmanship, and luxury in their vehicle. And they want a vehicle that kind of says something about themselves, right? So when you drive a Jaguar, you're making a statement that you're not just the typical luxury car buyer. You really appreciate the finer things, and you appreciate style and design. So it is a unique customer, but they're such a fun group of people to be with. There's no bad Jaguar customers. They're a great group.
You're definitely making a statement.
Yeah.
Jaguar and the other Land
Rover,
Range Rover. You guys have it all covered.
Yeah. So I mean, it's only the middle of the day. You can already go home because there's nothing else to see in the show. I mean, let's be honest.
Did show us that one vehicle that represents the Hamptons in the best possible way.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
It wouldn't be the New York International Auto Show without Cadillac, and I'm with Donnie Nordlicht, who's part of this great Cadillac exhibit here. This is great. You got something special for us, huh?
Thanks, Ernie. Yeah. Well, behind us is the 2017 XT5. It's our all-new crossover. Totally new from the ground up and built from the inside out with a beautiful handcrafted interior with real leather, suede, wood. Great technology like our Q system, which involves a touch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and our industry-first rear camera mirror, which has a streaming video that goes right to your rear view mirror and increases visibility by 300%.
You guys come up with something new every year, and it's because of the engineering, the strength of the company. And for you to start something like this, we've been hearing a lot about it. I mean, you took a while to enter this phase of the market, but when you guys got into it, you had to make it above and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right, Ernie. We are really cutting edge when it comes to engineering and design and craftsmanship for the Cadillac brand, from the new XT5 and the first ever CT6, our new range-topping sedan. These cars are just packed with design and technology. You have cars like our V-Series, which are just true high-performance cars. There really isn't anything like a Cadillac anymore. We really stand out in all aspects of the luxury market.
The brand name is as hot as ever. I know you're having one of your greatest years, and that attraction to the Cadillac name brings so much to it.
Yeah, we're very lucky to have such a storied history with the Cadillac brand and to have such an emotional name in Cadillac. People really care passionately about the Cadillac brand and about our vehicles, and that's really at the core of everything we do, from the design to the engineering to the craftsmanship to the technology. It's all driven by passion and people who are passionate. Ernie, we're in front of the 2016 Cadillac CT6. It is our range-topping sedan. our most luxurious, technologically advanced car we have ever made. Under the hood of this car is a 404 horsepower twin-turbo V6 engine, an advanced all-wheel drive system, a 34-speaker sound system, night vision, a surround view camera, our rear camera mirror. You name it, this car has it.
Wow. And I could see, media from all over the world is here. This is one of the opening days of the New York International Auto Show. And you guys always make news. And tell us a little bit about this vehicle and the type of person that's been attracted to buying this type of Cadillac.
Yeah, well, the CT6 is a totally new formula for a prestige luxury sedan. The kind of buyer who looks to this, they want something like a sporty mid-sized luxury sedan, but need a little more space, a little more stature, a little more luxury, but don't want to go all the way to one of these really big, full-size sedans that aren't so sporty. And so with the CT6, you get the best of both worlds. We have an innovative, world-class chassis that is lightweight and fuel efficient, yet it's still truly luxurious with hand-stitched leather appointments, wood trim, aluminum, carbon fiber, and so you really get the best of both worlds.
Well, we wouldn't expect anything less from Cadillac. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful tour of Cadillac here at the New York International Auto Show. You're watching WVVH-TV's coverage of the New York International Auto Show, coming to you from the Javits Center in New York City. On everyone's must-see list is Lexus here at the New York International Auto Show, and I'm with Leanne Sessions. Leanne, you guys always have something new to show us.
We do, and we have two very new cars to show you this show. We have the LC 500, which debuted at the Detroit Auto Show earlier this year in January. That is an all-new flagship coupe for the brand. It's in a beautiful red color. It has a lovely naturally aspirated V8 under the hood. And I would say that once you hear this thing, you're going to want to take a look.
All right, let's take a look. Look, swing around and wow, huh?
Yeah.
That Lexus logo really stands out.
It does, and I will say that there was a concept car that looked a lot like this a couple years ago, and we went to great pains to make this look like the concept car, so much that we've had people come up and tell us that there's no way this can be a production car because it looks too good.
Well, one looks at the power of the styling. This is state of the art. It's a jewel.
It is. It absolutely is, which is why it will be our flagship in the lineup moving forward. Flagship coupe.
I don't know if our viewers can see the leather interior, but that's a beautiful color, different from what we normally see.
Yes, absolutely, and there's a lot of Alcantara used in there as well, and I'm not sure if they can see it or not, but there's even sort of waves done on the panels on the doors. Great care was to hand stitch a lot of the leather inside. A lot of that's actually done by hand by what we call Takumi masters, and these are people that actually do parts on the car completely by hand without any sort of machinery, and they're trained to do that for years and years and years.
A little known detail, but if one realizes it's handmade, certain aspects of this beautiful LC 500
yes.
are from the hand of a master in their art. I mean, this is really something. And so tell us a little bit about this. Is this a new line to the Lexus line?
The LC is all new. It will go on sale likely first quarter of next year. We haven't announced a model year yet. We also have not announced pricing yet, but it will be competitively priced. I will say as a flagship, expect it to be somewhere on the top end of the spectrum. But we will have this in this red form, which for this particular show is our V8 gas engine. And then I'll walk you over to our blue car, which is the all-new LC 500H, which is our hybrid version of this car. And that was just shown at the Geneva Auto Show, so it's making its North American debut here in New York. This blue car is the LC 500H. The biggest difference between this blue car and the red car is it has a hybrid powertrain under the hood and inside the car. That's an all-new hybrid powertrain. So the red car was the naturally aspirated V8. This is a V6 that's paired to what will become a 10-speed automatic, but I will say that it's a virtual 10-speed automatic. So this is the first time we've seen anything like this in a luxury car. It's basically a power split device in the transmission that's mated to a actual 4-speed automatic, but it will virtually create 10 gears. So
That's unheard of.
it is. It's the first time we've seen this in our segment. So we're really, really excited about it. The benefit of having a hybrid powertrain is that when you touch the gas, or I shouldn't call it the gas, the throttle, you will immediately feel that torque. That electric motor will kick in, and you're going to feel that surge of power. So it's going to make quite an exhilarating drive.
When we speak of hybrid, what exactly is the power source? Is it electrical? Is it battery? Is it...
It's a gas engine.
Gas engine.
It's mated to electrical motors and a lithium-ion battery. So it's
Wow.
getting power from multiple sources.
Wow, it's amazing how in where we've come with this to a point where it's evolved into this.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, this is such a great line that you have here. I know you have a lot of other vehicles to here on display. New York Auto Show is an important show for Lexus, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is a big market for us.
Well, we thank you very much for this look. You showed us something very special.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
BMW is here at the New York International Auto Show, and I'm with Jonathan. And Jonathan, as usual, BMW brings jewels for us to take a look at.
Yes, and this is a very special jewel. This is a brand new BMW Alpina B7 X-Drive. It's a new performance luxury from BMW and Alpina. It's a joint partnership, and this is the latest generation. It's a North American debut this year. It features a 4.4-liter V8 biturbo engine, produces an astonishing 600 horsepower and 590 feet-pound of torque. So this is actually one of the fastest accelerating BMW on the market, with 0 to 60 in just 3.6 seconds.
Wow, so this class, everyone is aware of this class for BMW. It's a lot of value and a lot of strength and luxury to the max. As we look inside, the leather is second to none, as always.
Yeah, especially on the BMW Alpina B7, it has some significant unique touches. There's only a small number coming to the States every year. And you can see, for example, hand-stitched steering wheel, which is actually produced by one person a day. They hand-stitch the steering wheel with especially very subtle, soft, luxurious leather. Also very important, a new digital LED instrument panel, which really showcases the unique features of this model.
And this model this is the North American debut.
This is the North American debut of the BMW Alpina B7. This car is now in its third generation, and it really represents something special in the lineup because this car is not top speed limited. It will actually run 193 miles an hour.
193 miles an hour.
It's easier to do that in Germany than it is in the States, but still, the customer wants to know what's possible.
You guys don't have any rules when it comes to letting a...
Well, we do have some rules, but they're not as strict as they are in the States.
Oh, you're not kidding. At 193, I think you're definitely...
So we call it the Autobahn Cruiser.
Wow, wow. Just to know that you have power like that available.
Exactly, that's the most important thing, that you know that it's available, you can call upon it anytime you want, and it's very reactionary, so the power delivery is astonishing.
Wow, wow, well this is such a rare look at this North American debut of the Alpina, and you mentioned it's been in production for a few years outside of this market, correct?
No, not this generation, but it's been in the market here for 2 previous generations, so we have a very loyal customer fan base who will be looking to purchase a new model. And it's important to point out that this is all-wheel drive, so especially for the northeast, all-wheel drive for that perfect safety, traction at all times.
Well, when you mentioned safety, performance, all of the details that make one realize that in having a vehicle like this, you've got the latest. And it's amazing how the evolution, the software evolution of what a vehicle like this has become is really outstanding.
It is outstanding, and the BMW innovations, they just keep on coming. And we see it on this car as well. It has the most modern suspension and chassis technology. So we have active dampers, we have active roll stabilization. Like I said, we have all-wheel drive, and we have 4-wheel steering. BMW calls it integral active steering. So actually the rear wheels will turn as well, making this very large car even more dynamic, even more agile for very precise handling.
Wow. Well, there's a reason why it's The ultimate driving machine.
Yeah.
Jason of BMW, and you've got something special to show us.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our new M760i xDrive sedan. It's a V12, so it's the first time we've given the M treatment to our 760 model, which is our flagship BMW 7 Series. It's a V12 engine with 600 horsepower now and 590 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is only 3.6 seconds, so really, really impressive performance. This really unique paint you see is called our Frozen Brown Metallic, so it gives you a great matte finish and shine to it. And a lot of great features in terms of the different accents, cerium gray, accents around the kidneys as well as the lower front intakes. On the front and the rear bumpers are completely redesigned with the typical M, very aggressive treatment. And on the interior, we've got an M steering wheel and some stainless steel pedals as well, giving it a bit of a sportier look. A car we're definitely very excited about. It's the fastest and most powerful production V12 engine we've ever made.
You know, this latest evolution and the proud history of what BMW is all about. But when you guys create something, you make sure it has all of what came in the past plus into the future. How does this integrate with people's smartphones and iPhones and those type of devices?
Well, we actually have in the back seat, there's a tablet that's built in that you can control a lot of the different features within the car, so you don't actually need to use your specific smartphone, but the tablet in there can control things like opening and closing the sunshades, the moonroof, adjusting your seats as well. But you also can connect to things like via Bluetooth wireless streaming. You can use Pandora or Spotify on your phone, and it will stream wirelessly and play on our iDrive system and get all that entertainment that you like directly in the car.
Jason, what are people expecting more out of an auto manufacturer like BMW in this new age of ours? It used to be engineering, then it became safety. Wasn't always safety. Now, what is the latest in that regard?
I think safety is still important. You're seeing a lot about driver assistance systems, and we've got the latest and greatest in terms of that as well on this vehicle. I think the other side is also that they want to balance out efficiency with performance. So even though this car has 600 horsepower, this is also a lot more efficient in terms than our previous generation. We've integrated what we call our carbon core, so there's actually, even though it's not visible, there's carbon fiber built into the vehicle frame, which really reduces the weight of the car versus the previous generation, and it's also a very strong material, so it's safer and lighter.
Well, this is definitely a stop for our viewers coming to the New York International Auto Show. A must-see. BMW always has something new, something different, and given the reaction of the people who've been here today, this is definitely on everybody's list.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a car we're really excited about.
The New York International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.
Mercedes-Benz is represented as always. This is Christian Bokic, who's from Mercedes-Benz, and you brought us to something very special, Christian.
Yeah, we're standing right next to the Mercedes-AMG G65, which is our oldest and most famous SUV. That's a great vehicle for New York and Los Angeles. New York is the fourth largest market for this car. It's a vehicle that's been on sale for almost 40 years, and we've kept updating it. This is actually the 12-cylinder version. We offer 4 12-cylinder cars that start at over $200,000. The G-Class is great because it makes people feel very safe and secure. It's a great off-roader, but it's a great image vehicle.
Now, this is a worldwide car, isn't it?
Yeah, this car is handmade in Austria. The reason why it's so expensive is that it's handmade, and they test almost every one of them into the mountains in Austria before they bring them over here.
All right, let's take a look inside.
Yeah.
This is really something special. And you mentioned that New York, California thing where people want safety, but they also want a vehicle that makes a statement.
Yeah, this Southern California and New York are very top markets for the G-Class because it's got a very high net worth individual. People feel very safe and secure. They can go off-roading. The car sounds amazing, so it sounds aggressive. So this is a vehicle that sells very well on the East and West Coasts. And the 12-cylinder is just a fabulous vehicle that's been on sale in China, Russia, and the Middle East actually for about 3 years. But we decided to bring it to the U.S. market because we really think this is going to be a very exciting new variant for our customers. We actually, the price ranges of the G-Class is from about $130,000 all the way to about $230,000. So it's a good range of pricing.
Well, you mentioned the person who purchases this vehicle, this G-Class, we have to be honest about it. Cost is not a factor. It's a factor of what they're buying. And this has built into it everything, plus economies, respectful of the ecology and the environment, all of those important things.
I mean, you know, this customer wants the best. So the 12-cylinder customer just wants the best of everything. So they don't mind that that actually the V8 version below it costs $78,000 less. That's actually faster. This is just a 12-cylinder car, all-wheel drive. There's nothing it can't do, and people just buy the best because they just know that there's nothing higher or better. And a car like this is just globally super successful, handmade, and people just know it's a crafted vehicle that feels safe and rides safe. And it's a safe of mind thing, because people are more, a high net worth individual is more concerned with their personal safety than people in other income categories.
The New York International Auto Show is a big deal, isn't it?
New York International Auto Show is one of the most important shows that we do in the U.S. because it's a great media coverage show, but it's also a great customer show. So our top shows in the U.S. are New York Auto Show, which is always in the spring, around the Easter and Passover period.
Yes.
And then Los Angeles Auto Show, which is always a week before Thanksgiving, and then Detroit Auto Show. We have a decent amount of customers in the Detroit area, but that's a media show. So New York and LA are really top shows for us.
Well, from every indication, this is a major show. And for our viewers out there, as they make their rounds and enjoy this great New York International Auto Show, no doubt they're going to be stopping by one of the most beautiful exhibit areas of the entire show, and that's yours. They've got to see this. Well, should we say they can even touch it, but be gentle.
Yes, be gentle. It would be our pleasure to welcome anybody who visits the New York International Auto Show. We are truly pleased with a lot of new products this year, 2016. We have a lot of dream cars. We have got a lot of new convertibles coming out. And it would be our pleasure to see you here in the coming weeks.
Thanks for watching. For WVVH TV, I'm Ernie Shimizi.
International Auto Show, March 25th to April 3rd at the Javits Center.